Welcome back here to Rec Park in Chehalis, and it's time for our 4 p.m. game here from Field 1 as we have Idaho Ruby, and they'll be taking on Washington Forest. Idaho Ruby will be the home team, so they will be on defense first, and Mare Holloway will be the starting pitcher for Idaho Ruby. Let's get the batting order now for Washington Forest. Layla Smith will be hitting first, followed by Isabel Vick, then Tori Smith, Alyssa Hoff, Ava Wilson, Gracie Ray, Caitlin Crete, Allison Stanley, Ashley Griffith, Kaylee Clark, Taylor Minton, and Callie Crawford will be the batting order for Washington Forest. They'll be the visitors in the green uniforms. Idaho Ruby, the home team, in the red uniforms. We're ready for action here as number 10, Mare Holloway, finishes up her warm-up tosses. And stepping in is Layla Smith to lead it off here in the top of the first inning as we get started here at 4 p.m. Here's the first pitch from Holloway, and that drops in there for strike one. 0-1 to Layla Smith. 0-1 pitch to Smith, fouled straight back for strike two. Count now 0-2 to Layla Smith, coming to us here from Olympia, Washington, just north of here. And the 0-2 pitch on the way from Holloway, misses up and away for ball one. 1-2 to Smith. 1-2, hit high in the air, right field, and that will be out number one. As making the catch out in right field is Sienna Walls. One out here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Isabel Vick. First pitch to Vick. Misses up and in for ball one. 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Vick. That misses for ball two. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. That's outside, ball three. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. That'll drop in there for strike one. It's now 3-1. 3-1 pitch from Holloway is low for ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Vic brings up Torrey Smith. So Torrey Smith steps in there with 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the first. Pitch from Holloway is hit on the ground. Deep in the hole is short. No play. As that'll be an infield single for Torrey Smith. And runners will be at first and second now with 1 out. And here comes Alyssa Hoff. Hoff had an RBI double in the previous game. And the pitch from Holloway misses up and away for ball 1. 1-0. One-0 pitch from Holloway. That misses for ball 2. 2-0. Two-0 pitch from Holloway. Hit right back to her. She'll go to third and throw it over the head of the third baseman. Coming in to score on the play is Vic. Smith will end up at third, and Hoff will be at second. So Washington Forest takes an early 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Ava Wilson. Second and third, 1 out, 1 in. First pitch to Wilson. She tries to bunt, foul near the third base dugout. All right.
Are you streaming?
Yep.
I just gotta keep this.
Yep. Thank you. Bunt attempt to third. Looks the runner back, but takes too long. And everybody will be safe. Bases are now loaded with 1 out. And that will bring up Gracie Ray. So bases loaded, 1 out, 1 run already in. Pitch to Gracie Ray is in there for strike 1. 0-1. Oh-1 pitch on the way is fouled off. Oh, 2 now to Gracie Ray. 0-2 pitch is fouled off again over the first base dugout. So the count remains 0-2. And looks like I've tracked down some extra balls there. Oh-2 pitch on the way to Ray. Fouled off again. Still 0-2 to Gracie Ray with the bases loaded. And just 1 out, 1 run already in. That one misses down and inside for ball 1. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now to Ray. The Holloway pitch. Hit on the ground off the third base, but she has time to throw home and get the force out. Nice work there at third base by Jasmine Earl. So now 2 outs and the bases are still loaded. And that'll bring up Caitlin Crete. First pitch to Crete is high for ball 1. 1-0. Pitch now on the way to Crete. Is hit on the ground to third. Coming home with it, and another force at home will end the inning. Nice job by Holloway to get out of trouble and limit the damage there in the top of the first. Only 1 run comes in on 2 hits, 1 error, and the bases are left loaded. We're through half an inning. It's Washington Forest 1 and Idaho Ruby coming up next. Welcome back as we move to the top of the move to the bottom of the first inning. Washington Forest put up 1 run there in the top of the first, take a 1-0 lead. Now it'll be Idaho Ruby's chance to see what they can do here in the bottom of the first against Washington Forest starter Gracie Ray.
No, I know it's hard.
So Gracie Ray will start in the circle for Forest, and stepping up for Ruby, it'll be number 3, Harley C. It'll be Harley C followed by Sienna Walls, then Reagan Rex, Aubrey Fuchs, McKinley Hill, Stephanie Bryson, Sierra Escalera, Ma Ray Holloway, Paisha Burrup, Marissa Mager, Jenna Kearns, and then Jasmine Earl. First pitch on the way. Thank you very much. Is in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to C. Pitch on the way. That's high. And evens the count up at 1-1.
Well, that could be what's going on.
1-1 from Ray is fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harley C. One and 2 now. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and here's Sienna Walls. Walls steps in here with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and the pitch. That misses for ball one. 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That's outside. And moves the count to 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now to Sienna Walls.
I didn't make it today.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's low. And it's now 3-1 to Walls. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Washington Forest has a 1-0 lead. Three-one pitch. Down and in for ball 4. 1 out walk to Walls, and that'll bring up Reagan Rex. Rex will step in with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch on the way to Rex is popped up, shallow left field. It'll land in foul territory for strike 1. 0-1 to Rex.
So that last night, but let's just turn it down to 68. It's like 60.
0-1 pitch on the way is a chopper, and that's going to roll foul. 0-2.
Where are you guys at? How's that?
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Pitch on the way. Whoa! And Rex has to duck out of the way of that one. Advancing to second on the wild pitch is Walls. And the count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's a strike 3 called on the outside corner. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up Aubrey Fuchs. First pitch on the way to Fuchs is chopped foul for strike 1. 0-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 lead for Washington Forest. They take on Idaho Ruby. 0-1 pitch on the way to Fuchs is chopped to third. Throw across the diamond is in time for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We're through 1 inning. Our score, Washington Forest 1, Idaho Ruby 0. Welcome back as we move to the top of the second inning. Our score is Washington Forest 1, Idaho Ruby 0. And to start the top of the second, we'll have Allison Stanley, followed by Ashley Griffith, and then Kaylee Clark. First pitch on the way is fouled straight back for strike one. 0-1 to Allison Stanley. As Marae Holloway begins her second inning of work. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike two. 0-2.
I'd rather just not go.
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike three. Out number one here in the second. And that'll bring up Ashley Griffith. First pitch on the way is low for ball one. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. Up and away for ball two. 2-0.
I will know.
2-0 on the way from Holloway is popped straight up in the air and will land on the top of my head for strike one. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here to Griffith as she bats with 1 out, nobody on. Soft liner into right field, and it gets past into the corner. Got past Rex, on her way to third with a triple. Is Ashley Griffith. So Griffith on at third with 1 out, and that'll bring up Kaylee Clark. Clark ready and takes the first pitch low and inside for ball one. 1-0 from Holloway. The 1-0 pitch to Clark. That's down and inside for ball two. 2-0.
I guess I'm spoiled.
2 balls, no strike. Pitch on the way. Ball 3. 3-0 now to Clark. Holloway's 3-0 delivery on the way. That's in there for a strike, and it's now 3-1. Griffith on at third with 1 out here in the top of the second. Forrest with a 1-0 lead. 3-1 pitch. Popped up out of play for strike two. Full count now to Clark. Holloway's ready. And the 3-2 pitch on the way to Clark. Popped up, foul territory, and that'll get on top of the first base dugout, and the count will stay at 3-2. So we'll do the 3-2 pitch one more time, Holloway and Clark. 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Throw across the diamond in time. Runner is held at third. And there's 2 outs. Nice play by Jenna Kearns at short. 6-3 on the putout. 2 outs now, and the runner's still at third. And here's Taylor Minton. First pitch to Minton is high for ball 1. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. Turns around to butt. And throw to first is in time. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We're through 1.5. It's Washington Forest 1 and Idaho Ruby nothing. Welcome back as we move to the bottom of the 2nd inning here from Rec Park in Chehalis. Washington Forest has a 1-0 lead over Idaho Ruby. As we move to the bottom of the 2nd, Idaho Ruby will send up McKinley Hill, Stephanie Bryson, and Sierra Escalera. And they will face number 3, Gracie Ray. So McKinley Hill steps in to face Ray.
In sophomore year, she had a really good beginning of the year. Went downhill after the building series.
Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And we're ready to get going here. Ray is ready, and her first pitch on the way to Hill. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Ray steps up, and the 0-1 pitch to Ray fouled off for strike 2. Oh, 2 to McKinley Hill, and she leads off here in the bottom of the 2nd inning for Idaho Ruby. 0-2 pitch on the way from Gracie Ray is high. 1-2.
Yeah, that's it. It's a bad situation for you.
1 ball, 2 strikes to McKinley Hill. Popped up down the right field line and off the light pole. Foul ball. Count stays at 1-2.
All my friends were telling me that all my friends were telling me that
1 ball, 2 strikes. Now to Hill. Pitch on the way. Hit deep to right field, way back, and that's gone. Solo home run for McKinley Hill, and she has tied it up here in the second inning. 1-1. McKinley Hill with the solo home run to put Idaho Ruby on the board. And just like that, we're tied at 1. And that'll bring up Stephanie Bryson.
Yep.
Bryson now steps in after the home run by Hill. And the pitch from Ray. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch from Ray is inside. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now to Bryson. Pitch on the way. Hit into right field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. So a home run and now a single by Idaho Ruby. And that'll bring up Sierra Escalera. Gracie Ray delivers the pitch. That misses high for ball 1, 1-0. Pitch. Popped high in the air. Shallow center field. Coming in to make the catch is Flanagan for out number, or make that Isabel Vick for out number 2. Or excuse me, out number 1. 2 mistakes in a row there. So 1 out, runner at first, 1 run already in, and here is Ma Ray Holloway. That pitch misses high for ball 1, 1-0. 1-0 pitch now from Gracie Ray is fouled down the first base side, out of play. One out, 1 on, 1 already in. Here in the bottom of the second of a 1-1 tie. Pitch from Gracie Ray misses. Ray looks in now, gets ready to deliver to Holloway. Hit in the air to right field, coming in to make the catch, throw to first, and that's a double play, and that will end the inning. But not before Idaho Ruby scores 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on through 2 innings. We're tied 1-1. Welcome back as we move to the top of the third. We're all tied up at 1-1 here between Washington Forest and Idaho Ruby. New pitcher for Idaho Ruby will be Sierra Escalera. She'll take over in the circle. Leading off for Washington Forest, it'll be Callie Crawford here in the top of the third. First pitch from Escalera. Misses low and inside for ball one. 1-0. 1-0 pitch now to Crawford. Is hit on the ground to third. Throw across the diamond in time for out number one. One out here in the third, as that was Bryson Tamager. One away. And that'll send us back to the top of the order with Layla Smith. Smith flew out to right field to start the game. Fly ball foul down the right field line. Strike one to Smith.
Can't see. It is today.
0-1 pitch on the way. Bunt attempt right back to Escalera. Throw to first in time for out number two. 1-3 on the putout. With two quick outs here in the third, that'll bring up Isabel Vick. Vick walked and scored the only run of the game for Washington Forest back in the first inning. First pitch to Vick is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Top of the third inning in a 1-1 tie here. 0-1 pitch on the way to Vick. Chopper in the hole, base hit into left field. Vick with a 2-out single. And that'll bring up Tori Smith. Smith singled back in the first. She is 1 for 1 on the afternoon. First pitch on the way. Hit hard off the glove of the shortstop and into left field for a base hit. Smith now 2 for 2. 2 singles for Smith, and here comes Alyssa Hoff with 2 outs and 2 on. Hoff reached on an error back in the first.
Yes, like education, one of the top 3. Way more doctors.
Pitch on the way from Escalera. Hit on the ground to second. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. We're through 2.5. Our score, Washington Forest 1, Idaho Ruby 1. Welcome back as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Idaho Ruby and Washington Forest tied at 1-1. Leading off for Idaho Ruby here in the bottom of the third, it'll be Paisha Burrup, followed by Marissa Mager, and then Jenna Kearns. First pitch on the way. It's high and off the screen behind us for ball one. 1-0. New pitcher in for Washington Forest is Tori Smith. That one misses for ball two. 2-0. To Burrup. That's inside for ball three. 3-0. 3-0 on the way to Burrup. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. Okay, 3-1 pitch. That one's bunted foul for strike two, and the count now full. Three and two now to Burrup. Pitch on the way, chop a foul, and the count will stay 3-2. Three-two pitch hit right back off the glove of Smith. Burrup will beat it out in time. So Burrup safe at first, and that'll bring up Marissa Mager. First pitch high and away for ball one. 1-0. Marissa Mager comes in with a power ball throw of 44 feet 7 inches. That one's fouled back. Evens the count at 1-1. Burrup aboard at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 tie. Pitch from Smith is high. Next pitch on the way, ripped but foul. Off the fence down the third base line. Two and two, the count now to Mager with Burrup on at first and nobody out here in the third. That's outside. Count runs full. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Hit in the air to shallow second base. Caught in the air and a double play as Mager pops out to second, and the second baseman will double up Burrup. So quickly 2 outs, nobody on, and a ball to Jenna Kearns. Kearns steps in, 1-0 the count. That's high for ball two, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And the delivery from Kearns. Inside 3-0. 3-0 pitch from Smith is a strike, and it's now 3-1 to Kearns. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 is our score. Hit hard to short. 1 hopper throw across in time, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We're through 3. It's Idaho Ruby 1, Washington Forest 1. Welcome back as we go to the top of the 4th inning. We're tied at 1. Leading off for Washington Forest, it'll be Ava Wilson. Squares around a bunt, takes a ball, 1-0. Wilson singled back in the 1st inning. That time Wilson takes a strike on the outside corner, evens things up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Wilson, leading off here in the 4th. Squares the bunt again, and that's strike 2. 1-2. 1-2 pitch now to Wilson. Chop foul, and the count will stay at 1-2. One, 2. Outside evens things at 2-2. 2-2 from Escalera. That misses for ball 3. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Hit hard off the glove of the third baseman and into left field. Hot shot to the hot corner. And Gracie Ray will step up. Wilson on at first. Ray in the box, and the first pitch hit right up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Wilson on her way to third, and she's safe. Runners at first and third now with nobody out, and here's Caitlin Crete. Hit straight up in the air. And the net will save me yet again. Strike one. 0-1 here to Crete. Crete reached on ended the inning on a ground out back in the first. Another pop-up, and that's going to get out of play for strike two. 0-2 now to Crete. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Misses for ball one. 1-2. One, two from Escalera. That's down and in. 2-2. Runner will advance to second without a throw. That's Gracie Ray. So now runners at second and third. Nobody out. And the pitch from Escalera is chopped foul again. And another pitch on the way to Crete. Fouled off yet again. Great battle here between Crete and Escalera. And the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch from Escalera. One out here in the fourth. And that'll bring up Allison Stanley. Stanley struck out back in the second. She has runners at second and third with one out. That one's high. She ducks out of the way. Here comes the runner from third, and she'll score. Ava Wilson scores to give Washington Forest a 2-1 lead. Moving up to third is Gracie Ray. And 1-0 the count to Allison Stanley. 1-0 pitch. Fouled out of play again. And the count moves to 1-1. One pitch on the way. That's low and outside for ball two. 2-1. Washington Forest now leads Idaho Ruby 2-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. That one's hit right back to the box. Nice play, Escalera, and she'll throw to first for out number 2. 1-3 on the putout, and that'll bring up Ashley Griffith. Griffith hit a triple back in the second inning. Bats with 2 outs and a runner at third now here in the fourth. Pitch from Escalera misses up and away for ball 1, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Misses inside for ball 2, 2-0. Pitch. Hit hard, deep center field, and off the fence. 1 run will score, and it's now 3-1. RBI double for Ashley Griffith. And Gracie Ray comes in to score. Washington Forest 3 and Idaho Ruby 1. That'll bring up Kaylee Clark. First pitch to Clark is hit high in the air, shallow center field, moving out to the shortstop, Kearns, and she'll make the catch to end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We're through 3.5. It's Washington Forest 3 and Idaho Ruby 1. Welcome back as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning with Washington Forest with a 3-1 lead over Idaho Ruby. Due up for Idaho Ruby in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Jasmine Earl, and then back to the top with Harley C. and Sienna Walls. First pitch, up and away for ball 1 to Jasmine Earl. Tori Smith starts her 2nd inning of work here for Washington Forest. That's low. 2-0. Pitch now on the way to Earl. Chopped right to the first baseman, and she'll make the tag for out number 1. Easy play there for Crawford. 1 out here in the 4th, and that'll bring us Harley C. C struck out back in the 1st inning. 0 for 1. Pitch on the way. Misses for ball 1. 1-0. 1-0 pitch from Smith. Chopped again. Foul. That'll even the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way to C. That's low, and it's now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, pitch on the way. Jam shot foul down the first baseline. Evens things up at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. 2 quick outs here in the 4th, and that'll bring up Sienna Walls. Walls walked in the 1st. 2 outs here in the 4th. And the first pitch to Walls. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back for strike 2. 0-2 now to Walls. 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. Ball 1. 1-2. One, 2 delivery. Down and in for ball 2. 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Forrest has a 3-1 lead over Ruby. 2-2. Up and in for ball 3. 3-2. Count now full to Sienna Walls. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 1, 2, 3. Goes Ruby in the 4th. We're through 4 full. It's Washington Forest 3, Idaho Ruby 1. Welcome back as we go to the top of the 5th. Forrest with a 3-1 lead. New pitcher for Ruby will be Marissa Mager. First pitch on the way from Mager's in there for a strike. As leading off for Forrest will be Taylor Minton. Minton 0 for 1. Squares around, pulls back, takes ball 1. 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Mager on the way is down and in for ball 2. 2-1. 2-1. Now to Minton. Fouled off. And that'll even the count at 2-2. Wake up call for one of our fans in the front row. 2-2. On the way from Mager. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Throw down to first to complete the strikeout. Out number 1 here in the 5th. Brings up Callie Crawford. Crawford 0 for 1. Grounded out to third in the 3rd. That's off the outside corner for ball one. 1-0. One 0 pitch. Hit hard, right back to Mager. She'll throw to first for out number 2. 1-3 on the putout. 2 quick outs here in the 5th, and that'll bring up Layla Smith. Smith 0 for 2 so far today. And a ball off the dugout. And the pitch on the way from Mager is hit right back to her again. Off her glove this time, though, and Smith will be safe at first. Another hot shot up the middle this time by Smith. And she'll be aboard at first with 2 outs. And here's Isabel Vick. Vick walked and scored in the first, singled in the third. That one misses low and away for ball 1, 1-0. One 0 pitch. That's high. Ball 2, 2-0. That's high for ball 3 off the screen. Throw down, but not in time. Smith will advance to second on the wild pitch. Three 0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-1. Two outs, runner at second here in the 5th. 3-1 Forrest. That's a strike on the outside corner. 3-2. 3-2. Hit high in the air to left field, tailing away and landing foul. So the count will stay at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. That's outside for ball 4. So Vic draws a 2-out walk. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And here's Tori Smith. Tori is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch from Mager is hit on the ground to second base. The flip to first is in time. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. We're through 4 1/2. It is Washington Forest 3, Idaho Ruby 1. Welcome back as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Washington Forest a 3-1 lead over Idaho Ruby. Leading off for Idaho Ruby will be Reagan Rex. 3-1 Green. So Reagan Rex leads off here in the 5th. She struck out back in the 1st inning. Pitch on the way from Smith. Misses away for ball 1. 1-0. Make it Kaylee Clark now the new pitcher for Forest. That one's lined foul. Evens the count at 1-1. So Kaylee Clark comes in here in the 5th inning to replace Smith, who replaced Ray after 2 innings. 1-1 is the count to Rex. And that's in there for a strike. 1-2 now. One-two pitch from Clark. Chop to third. Throw across.